Okay, we are live. So today we had the Fed pretty much confirm what I've been telling you guys about how interest rates was going to be hiked. Now, I told you guys last year around March. Now this shit is about to become early for everybody. So that means car insurance, mortgages, loans. Even the Fed is tapering down when it comes to spending. So even though that the American people didn't get multiple months of stimulus, the big banks did. So the Feds was literally doing their situation of their monetary policy. Um, that scenarios was like billions of dollars every month that was stabilizing the economy. And we probably have more than $20 trillion in debt. We probably have around 27. Well, we probably have 29. So literally, probably have more than just $25 trillion in debt. Pardon me. So that scenario just literally creates a black swan event. I wonder is if things does collapse. I wonder if they're going to do a complete overhaul where they're talking about situations of getting rid of the FICO score. See if they go through that. Scenarios of any type of price freezes like they did with Richard Nixon in the 70s. Price fixes and price controls actually help suppress the numbers. They should revert it back to 2019 prices or just price freeze whatever that is currently existing now. Then tax cuts for the regular citizens so people can be able to catch up with a tax saving, even though people's returns is going to be light this year because of situations of them adding the incomes of the stimulus and adding incomes of the child tax earned income credit. You know, people that was in my channel in 2020 that literally set aside money and saved it. Those were the smart ones that literally made sure that they can compete, even though it's just 1,400, 1,200 to 1,400, then the 600. So that means, people that did the wellest things, they should have around $6,000 saved up, plus the earned income tax credit. So people that are in high price type of areas and markets, I don't know what really people can do when it comes to a basis of just a part-time job without investing in themselves of a skill. Mind you, if it's digital marketing, I got a lot of freelancers out there. People should focus on higher ticket type of freelancing. I do credit repair. I do e-commerce. I do real estate when it comes to Lonzo. I do real estate when it comes to Houston with Nikki. I dispatching work when it comes to the Philly truck drivers. People should be more type of the scenarios of, how can I put it, more technical. So that means that researching marketing, researching the abilities of coordinating when it comes to dispatching, or whatever business that you choose to do, because at the end of the day, high ticket products and high ticket services beat out $12 an hour. They beat out $15 an hour. Hell, they'll beat out $40 an hour. And that's in that basis, people should focus on how to be able to make joint partnerships with people, how to get equity shares so you don't have to work as hard. Only thing you have to do is just make sure that you stabilize the team under you and craft smart management in order to be able to compete when it comes to labor force or just the income source. So, labor force, everybody is starting to see that everything is getting shaky when it comes to situations of OSHA and scenarios of President Biden's complete federal overreach when it comes to the basis of the law. People are getting laid off, and people are starting to understand that business and entrepreneurship, it don't seem like a bad idea after all. Digital marketing doesn't seem like a bad deal after all. So if people are going to get involved when it comes to Facebook and Google ads, you're corona proof, you're recession proof. So when people was talking about that recession proof, what is a recession proof business? If it wasn't COVID era, it would be laundromats, it would be fast food franchises, and people also mention recession proof on the basis of certain type of specialties. being a manager when it comes to a hot industry. But now it's of who is COVID proof and who is also economic proof. So I told you guys about the 3x leverage. So those stocks are the SP 500, the SPQS, the SPXS. So that's SPQS and XPXS. Those are scenarios that people can be able to see and how to profit off of this crash, because this crash hits people very differently. So this is the bear. So SPXS is the SP3X bear. So I'm going to give you guys that link in the chat. So in the past 3 months, it's been rising. But since the start of this year, it was $16. Then it blew up to $21.31. So that means when the economy is crashing, this one is up. So I'm going to put the link in the chat for you guys. I'm not telling people to be scared or fearful, just more tactical. So this is just something that people should always be mindful of. So when the SP 500 is literally getting smacked, you can be able to make 3 times. So if the market crashes, because analysts say if the market crashed 15% in one day, then that's catastrophic. That's 45% in your trading account. So let me put that link in the chat for you guys. And for all the people that's coming in, it's an open panel. Please click on the link. So SPX stock. So when the SP 500 crashes, you can profit. There we go. And that's my source. That's my source as well. So this is how you be able to profit when this shit crashes, because they already told people that interest rates hurts everybody when it comes to credit cards, mortgages, loans, situations of access to easy lending. A lot of underwriters is not going to be as friendly. People are going to resort to hard money loans. And hard money loans is good if you can be able to sell a profit within 6 months, 5 to 6 months. And that's after you built up the property. So that means that a lot of people that are relying in markets where it's going to take a minute, but it's high equities in those neighborhoods, people should focus on creating at least a war chest of cash, access to more lenders, getting their credit cleaned up, situations of betting in the stock market against the bigger plays. So that means SPX right here, when the market is down 4%, this will be up 12 to 13%. Mind you, this is something where it's a compounding type of scenario. So you got to set aside money into your stock plays every single month. Or if you have enough set asides, put it every single week. So that situation is for the stock market crash of the SP 500. And let me put the Dow Jones in there as well. So that is the link in the chat when it comes to that. So if anybody needs to come up on the panel, the link is right here, open panel. And let me get you guys the bonds, the interest rates plays. So Rocket Mortgage, that's a good stock when it comes to situations of interest rates rising and reaching new all-time highs when it does. people can be able to make money off of Rocket Mortgage. So let me do this for the Dow. Okay. So SDOW. So this is the Ultra Pro Short 30. You can be able to short the Dow Jones using this type of play. Also do your research and your reconnaissance. But please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But this is the stock market segment. So this is shorting the Dow Jones. Then I got to get you guys VIX. That is when the volatility rate is extremely high. Bingo. Shorting the Dow Jones. Get you guys some links when it comes to ExxonMobil as well. So with the VIX, it's up 80% in the past month. So I told you guys about VIX last year as well. So in the past 5 days, up 40%. The past month, up 80%. Past 6 months, 65% on a wide spread. Year to date, 100%. So the VIX is very volatile due to the fact that it goes up when there's a lot of volatility in the market. So this situation where interest rates fully get ushered in, where everybody's starting to see that, wait a minute, everything is starting to go up. Yes, everything is starting to go up. That's why people that are smart about their investment strategy, they also know what the VIX are. So that's the Chicago Options. So that's CBOE Volatility Index. So I'm going to put that link in the chat so everybody can be able to click on the link and to do their research. So that's the VIX. Profit when there is high volatility. So this is pretty much for the people that are either going to do the options trading or people that are going to dabble in investing in individual stock. So I'm going to give you guys that little tidbit plus the link. So 80%, that's a huge rise. And that's off of just in 46 hours. Told you guys about this last year. So all the people that put aside money every single month, they're pretty much up 200, 300%. And anybody that tells you that inflation is good for the economy, they're only telling you the half truth. Inflation is good for the real estate market because of aspects of prices and equities keep rising, but that's only good for homeowners. That's like extremely terrible when it comes to someone that's trying to get into the price markets of properties. Like only how people can be able to get inside of a cheap property in a booming neighborhood is if somebody that's the individual seller that you're marketing to, following up, cold calling, uh, even people do mail, send mail to them. Those people have notice of defaults, notice of trustee sales, a code violation, HOA liens, a failed MLS that has been failed since 8 months, previous months. People that actually are in a tough money crunch. That's why people that get credit card access to credit card liens in a zip code, they can actually use that as solid leverage to be able to provide a cash offer and to be able to help them get off of that debt. So volatility is more than just stocks, man. This is just a segment of people that are like in a tough scenario but need the asset to be sold off very quickly in order for them to be able to pay or service other debt on the other side of their business or the other side of their personal finance. So their personal finance strategy. So really you can take advantage of all angles, but interest rates going up, the VIX volatility, the VIX, so that's ticker VIX, that's going to go up as well, and that's going to help your pocketbook and your trading account. Plus, Fidelity gives out line of credit, so that means if you have $1,000 in your trading account, you can be able to at least get a line of credit within $10,000 to $20,000. So just imagine what you can do when it comes to another extra $10,000 to $20,000 plus trading in stocks where you can be able to profit off of the economic downturns. You can profit off of stock market crashes. The Dow Jones was at 36. Now it's at 34. So that means that people that got involved when it comes to shorting the Dow Jones, like here, the SPX, when it comes to SP 500, they made money in those days. They made money in those days and they made an absolute killing necessary for everybody to be able to at least readjust with profits because it's an in and out market. Uh, Looking at technical analysis, so let me give you a link to TradingView. So you use TradingView when it comes to the SP 500 tracking. Okay, SP 500 index TradingView. So that's how you use technical analysis, is using TradingView. Gave you guys the stock when it comes to shorting both the Dow Jones and that. So this is just something where people can be able to track what's going on and you invest on the inverse. So when everybody is sad because they lost money in the stock market, you'll be happy and smiling because you made money off of the downturn. So these are the plays. So for all the people that's coming in, please come in, like the video, click on the open panel link and be able to speak whatever you want us to be able to talk about. But this is specific strategies on how to profit on an economic collapse. So as we can be able to see in the chat, SP 500 has literally had a big crash in the past 72 hours. People that invest in certain type of diversified direction, so that's direction, I like to call it direction, but direction stocks, they can be able to time it correctly and don't invest more than you can be able to afford to lose. That's always another metric and rule of thumb for everybody. But, you know, people should also focus on what is the bond market doing and interest rates is doing all the time. So that's let me get to Treasury. Treasury bonds, 3x. Let me get this for y'all. So when the bond market is doing good, it's TMF. When the bond market is doing bad on the 20-year, it's TMV. TMF and TMV are the two stock tickers. Okay, so let me put TMV in the chat. So TTT is triple T, so that's for the 20-year Treasury Bear 3X. So that's the daily leverage that you can use. So that's the full entire link of all of the inverse ETFs. So I got to give you guys that constantly so you guys can be able to look over them, research them, do your Googles, your reconnaissance, all of the 3X leverage stocks. Bingo. So that's TMF is the bull. TMF, TMV and TMF, those two are the Treasury 20 years. Ticker TTT is the bear, so you can be able to profit if there's any situations of Treasury bonds not having a strong outlook, or if people are, how can I say, if people are doing a huge sell-off in bonds. That's how you can be able to profit right there. That's the link to everything that you can be able to profit. So when people are crying about their interest rates, Rocket Mortgage, so that's RKT. RKT, that's Rocket Mortgage. People can be able to win on mortgage interest rate stocks. Then I got to tell you guys about shipping stocks as well. So, Mr. Cooper Group, the ticker is COOP. So, these profit off of the rising interest rates, and it's a stock that people at least need to have an eye on. So, don't tell nobody. I didn't tell you of which specific stock to be able to profit on. So, let me put that link in the chat. And if anybody wants to come in, click on the link. It's an open panel. It's an open panel. So let me put this. So my source is barons.com. So the ticker is COOP. That's COOP. Profit on high interest rates. Bingo. Okay. So that's how you profit on high interest rates. That's one of the stocks. That's COOP. I'm not going to overload you with every single thing right away. Coop. See, I got a subscription to Barron, but that stock is Coop. COPP. No, COOP. Pardon me. COOP. This is a link from last year on why people felt that in July it was a good time to buy interest rate stocks to get a good position. So that's why, market is all about time in. The time in the market. So my source is the Wall Street Journal. Okay. There we go. So those are the mortgage stocks. Link in the chat. Getting everybody well prepared when it comes to every single angle that's going to be thrown at you. Then I'm going to give the crypto plays inside the chat as well. So please get the likes up, everybody. Feel free to be able to join in. If you have any questions, it's better for y'all guys to comment. Okay, so I got mortgage stocks right there. Got the loan company right there. Got all the 3x leverage stocks. So that means everybody is well prepared on what is what. So that means they got the semiconductors, and the semiconductor stocks is TSM. I wish they would create a Bitcoin inverse ETF available for Americans, because BITI is available to my Canadian investors. So all my Canadian investors out there, Cheryl, she's in Canada, so she can invest in the BITI. So that means Cheryl made a lot of money when Bitcoin crashed like that, and the whole crypto market had that $1.3 trillion sell-off, or $1.3 trillion crash within 48 hours. That's the time where BITI. And I tell everybody, man, invest around crypto. You can invest inside and around crypto, and people should always rebalance their portfolios. Always rebalance those portfolios, man, because you don't want to leave your money in for too long. You don't want to leave your money in for too long. But this is an open panel. Click on the link. Click on the link, open panel. So what else do I need to get you guys informed? Shipping stocks. Okay, so shipping stocks 2021. So when it comes to shipping, it would be, let me see. Let me get my list really quick. So when it comes to shipping stocks, ATCO, DAC, DSX, GSL, SHIP SBCMRE ZIMGRIN. So let me repeat that again. That's ATCO DAC DSX GSL SHIP ESEA. So all those are shipping container stocks. So that's how you can be able to profit easy money when it comes to the supply chain crisis. When they use that term, these are the stocks and these are the companies that are benefiting from it, from capturing transactions to all of the pretty much the havoc, commotion, and problematic issues that the supply chain is going through. You can be able to invest in those and be able to make an exorbitant amount of money within the fixed dollar cost averaging model. So that means you're set aside 50 to 100 each and every single month on these stocks. So these shipping container stocks is literally an avenue for people to be able to profit on the supply chain. At least that segment of when things are going topsy-turvy. And these are also tanker stocks as well. So the tanker stocks, shipping container. So that's pretty much how you can capitalize on the shipping bull run on the upcoming decade. So these are scenarios where they fit on my 2021 to 2026 shipping and stock container type of plays. So these still got a whole decade to run. So record steel prices put life into a suffering industry. So people remember that the supply chain issue actually helps revitalize the steel market. So STNG. So that's Scorpio Tankers Inc. Scorpio Tankers Inc. Let me give you guys the link for that one as well. Only why I'm bullish on this is because it's a great price entry. Okay. So that's how people can be able to analyze that company. Very undervalued in a hot market in shipping containers. So those are the supply chain stocks that people can be able to take advantage of. But you pretty much are going to load the boat on mainly GSL, SHIP, DSX. So those are the top shipping companies that people should invest when it comes to supply chain issues. Cryptos, I'm going to create a specific list on that as well. So these are going to be new companies. These going to be our ICOs, even though ICOs is very high risk, because ICOs people be getting burned for 3 to 5 thousand, and a lot of people wind up going big on ICOs where they get from 3 to 5 thousand to literally 80,000, 90,000 in returns. It's very high risk. People that made the most money that I've seen and came across is Ian Bellina. So Ian has made a killing when it comes to ICOs and crypto investing when it comes to that type of range. But Ian is also a very seasoned technical analysis type trader. Plus, he's very technical in general. So, all of his metrics is pretty much based off of his direct partnerships with most of the tech creators that are involved in lightning type of technologies or digital finance, crypto coins. So if you're trying to make that connection, always use LinkedIn when it comes to crypto manager, crypto investor, crypto analyst, and make partnerships that way in order for you to be able to understand what's going on inside the loop of those crypto markets and crypto inner circles. Get involved when it comes to Discord, Twitter. No masterminds, but get somebody that is a manager, that is a crypto manager involved with a company. Contact hedge funds via email that are connected with cryptos. Ask around when it comes to the basis of groups, meetings, seminars, and get as informed as possible when it comes to that segment. If you're trying to find new cryptos and new technologies and get on board before the masses get on board when it comes from certain new crypto ideas. But other than that, people should know the general spiel when it comes to when I'd say invest is invest in the dip of Cardano, Compound, ICX, um, even the COVID um, crypto coin. So that's COVID. Yes, I know, very generic, but that tracks everybody that's been vaccinated. So that's why that data provides a lot of value for that space. So they're literally tracking all the global patients that's been vaccinated. Because I believe that people are going to start pouring stock market proceeds into crypto again, like they did in previous months and previous years when stock market went going belly down or belly up. So another supply chain stock that I'm going to tell you guys is Eagle Bulk. So that's Eagle Bulk. So that's EGLE. So this is global infrastructure surge. So this global infrastructure, even though America can't get their infrastructure bills passed, that's correct. The global markets should be able to have no problem in passing their type of infrastructure stimulus packages. So this is Eagle Bulk, EGLE. So pretty much, we have the Coal War. So that's coal, a war on coal. The global search for increased demands can be able to expand within 2026 to 2027 and beyond. So this is the scenario of the climate infrastructure build out could accelerate iron, copper, and cement, etc. So this is meaning that cement, iron, and copper can be able to increase with this situation of the dry bulk market. 90% plus of the market focus is volatile capsize rates. Meanwhile, mid-size rates are steadily getting higher levels. So Eagle Bulk profits off of this. So let me type that in the chat for you guys as well. Eagle Bulk. Eagle Bulk stock. There you go. There you go. So I know this is a boring stream, but this is going to be the most useful stream for you guys because everybody's telling you that, oh, it's going to be fine. When the market crashes, then that's when people are going to be having egg in their face and trying to find something and scramble to me. And when I tell them that, man, it's good that you're getting involved now, and this is probably going to be in April when everybody's starting to realize that shit is going topsy-turvy, then they're going to say, yo, real deal, what can I do? I said, man, I told you what to do months ago, like 2 months ago, like right now. Because, boy, this Build Back Better plan stallmate is going to stall. Interest rates is going to go up. Inflation is going to keep going higher. Now what? Taxes increase. Everybody got to do their tax returns. Now what? Now everybody is scrambling on what to do next. Now everybody's looking back and forth on what to do. People that had terrible loans on their properties is going to see interest rates that's going to rise. And it's going to be very bad because they're going to be crunched in. Their interest payments is going to be shoot up. And a lot of people have interest-only loans in their personal properties. So they don't even get a chance to even pay it off. They're just paying off interest. Only body that gets an interest-only loan is real estate investors that are in commercial real estate. At least with the Grant Cardones of the world and Ben Malas of the world, they get their interest-only loans. So they're big jumbo corporate loans. But I don't see what people are gonna do that's just not paying attention and just looking at videos and not putting their money up when it comes to when it comes to the stock market, when it comes to the real estate market as well. Hell, even the job sector when it comes to building up trades. And my guy Q, he's anti-trades, but I'm gonna have to kind of look at him like, what else is there to do? People are getting mandated. What else there is to do? And that's gonna be respectful debate, because I want to debate on that because Q, he's my guy, but he always says he wants to do the betterment and the best things for Black people. Now, if he realized that Black people are getting banged on the heaviest when it comes to mandates, then he should understand having your own trade or having your own side business should be actually championed and to be frowned upon or with extreme caution. Because I think people, when it comes to entrepreneurship, is extremely cautious, and that's because they don't know shit. I hate to say it like that. They don't know shit. Their business acumen is literally shit. They don't know what their product is. They don't know what their pricing is. They don't know their promotion. They don't know their placement, their distribution, who's their supplier. They don't know none of that. So when it comes to that, that's where people tend to be very cautious and to be very leery because they don't understand their business acumen. But a lot of people, if they just put everything in perspective, managers should have the level of business acumen where they can be able to create their own little scenario as a side business, still capture those checks at the job. And when they hurry up and get rid of your ass because of either ageism, or they give you the dilemma when it comes to your vaccination status, or when it comes to somebody that they like more, uh, if we're gonna have to use one of my man's terms, flag culture, when the Pakistanis notice that they got a Pakistani family in the job as an entry worker, you know, they see you, they collaborate a story to be able to get you up out of the paint. Now what's next? Because now to be honest, if we got to use the race thing, black people got a new enemy, and it ain't the white man, it's foreigners. And black ones too, because they see you, they shake their head, they get in, they X you out, then you realize that you've been duped. When you start figuring out who is talking shit and who is collaborating and who is trying to get you set up and line you up to get fired, then you realize that, oh shit, yeah, yeah, this is the part of the economic reshift. Because I don't carry myself out as a victim, but I know when there's a scenario, when there's some uneasy tensions and waters, people should always document stuff. That's something I do agree with Q. When I talk to Q all the time, he says the scenarios of document everything, and I agree. Document everything because they're collaborating to get you fired so they can be able to have their homie to come through and they literally take over. So more and more people should understand that, don't be a victim. Always focus on segments of getting certain things done, stacking up enough capital, getting the lenders that you need, finding the properties, areas, get in contact with construction people, property managers, and start developing a plan. Start developing a plan. 6 months to a year, you got all your connections by going to local RIA groups, then you're all to the good because, anybody can be banged on, period. Anybody. Anybody. Especially if you don't have any political lobbyists, especially if you don't have any type of Congress people, local police on your side when it comes to police donorships, local county supervisor when it comes to donorships, armed security when it comes to your own private security once you hit a big executive level. Because I don't preach the pro-black communistic thing. I figure, well, if you have a complaint, put some money up, because nobody don't give a damn if you're crying about it. If you're not a political lobbyist, they're gonna look it up you and down and say how much money you put up, and you say that, well, we're gonna hold our vote, then they're gonna pretty much laugh at you and they're gonna be like, okay. So that's why I don't agree when it comes to a lot of people in the YouTube space that actually have the hold your vote. It's going to be like, okay, they just make it more easier for illegals to vote. They just say, well, you're not voting. Well, here's your replacement. Here's your replacement. So, people, if you have a complaint, lobby for it. And this is where financial literacy comes in. This is where accumulating assets, getting loans, reinvesting your profits, high ticket products and services, that all this stuff all comes into play because, if you want some change, man, you got to lobby for it. Don't allow none of their machines, their media machine impediments to be able to tell you what to be mad at. Because, man, there's several scenarios where I see people getting wound up about the voting rights bill. I'm like, man, are you even focused about the economic collapse? Do you even have a plan when it comes to your job? Are you setting aside monies? Are you getting involved when it comes to people in your area that actually has skills and services to do something? Because when this hits, that means foreclosures, that means property equities and a lot of markets going to be drastically going down. That means people are going to be crunched in when it comes to their rents. And I'm not a person that like to do the Bible prophecies, but certain Bible prophecies will even come to true, will even come to fruition. Because uh, segments like this, the global market is pretty much very tight when it comes to growth. So global growth is very restricted. Plus, oil prices keep going up, and oil is pretty much the main barometer when it comes to this economic shit. And it's literally like number one. And when oil is so high that even whole countries can't be able to figure out what's their demand. Like Germany is dependent on Russia, is dependent on Russian oil, man. So that's why they don't want to get involved when it comes to none of this shit. That's why they're being very lax. That's why they're being very, very careful on how they step on Russia's shoes. So that just show you right there that, man, all these economic segments of shit being unstable. I hope somebody in the chat has a plan. I hope somebody that's a ghost listener that has a plan. I hope somebody, not, it don't even have to be my plan. It just have to be a plan. At least something. A lot of YouTubers just want you to cash app them and pretty much be mad and pissed off about this, that, and the third, about dating or black women fuckery or black men fuckery or all this so stupid shit, and without having a concrete plan, a business plan. That's why I had Cherie trying to get you guys approved when it comes to grants, people that's getting in the waiting list when it comes to grants. Because at the end of the day, man, there's segments and scenarios that's way bigger than dating. There's There's plenty of shit that is bigger than dating. Dating and gossip. Dating gossip videos. That's something that's like a reoccurring thing. Dating gossip videos. And no elements of actual type of directive growth. Because don't get me wrong, you can focus on entertainment. I'm not saying that. But if you're not monetizing, then what are you doing? You're just wasting your time. Or if you're not like doing the, how can I say, the route of multitasking, where if you can listen to that while doing your business, while actually studying your marketing channels, doing competitor research, doing market real estate research, then cool. Then you actually taking it where a lot of the toxic content that people love to indulge in isn't really marinating when it comes to actually singeing your thought patterns. But people should at least focus on limiting that shit, man, because those content creators is making their money. Are you making your money? Are you even setting up? But I noticed a lot of dudes, um, they just love it. A lot of people just love it, and that's taking away the competitive edge. Because if you have a whole ecosystem of, I would say, 3 to 4 million people that navigate on the same videos, meaning that if you saw one, you saw the two type of situation, they got to figure out what's going to be their digital channel. Because if you like those content creators, be able to set up a situation where you can be able to have your stuff promoted on their products, on their YouTube channel, have your products lined up, and be able to have it where you can profit off the fuck shit, and also make sure that anybody that loves the fuck shit sees your shit and to be able to pay as well. That's only how I can make a sense out of just watching and binge watching a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to the age groups of 18 to 40. Because the 40-year-olds is going to be affected when it comes to situations of ageism. Because the 40-year-olds are the new old people when it comes to the workforce. The ages of 18, they're on the basis of supposed to be the new workforce to be able to replenish and regenerate more type of labor force to be able to keep this machine going. Because this economic system can be easily mastered if you understand leverage and understand technology, AI, cybersecurity, tech management, medical billing, medical technology. Uh, People should research the R&D, research and development. They have so many billions when it comes to space technology. That is avenues where payments, wages, and labor can be captured on that end, man. You know, unions when it comes to certain industries, man, it needs to be unions. In certain levels, it does need to be unionized because when it comes to ageism, it hits people so hard that they didn't expect that their job is now at risk. So, people that do have their plan, they're going to be the ones that's going to need to buy more guns. They're going to be the ones that are going to buy iron doors for their doors, buy more dogs, buy more guns, because they did the right thing while everybody else was just fucking off. So your main thing on profiting off of those dummies is finding your county tax assessor website. So your county tax assessor website, finding who is who has the problems, going to title companies and finding those farming leads, to finding the code violations specifically in that area market, and just setting aside some funds where you can set a small down payment and get some seller financing deals when it comes at least to certain deals that aren't too ridden in debt or aren't so restricted when it comes to any of the problems of the title of the property. But that's where people are going to be more strategic on what they do, how they invest in certain scenarios, how they leverage certain people, how they be able to get certain things done, negotiating grace periods, focusing on the manner of how they negotiate type of loans that they do structure. People are just going to at least get 700 to 750 credit scores off of focusing on credit repair. The people that are nationwide that are focusing on credit repair, building their credit, business credit, I think they can be able to average the 750, while the rest of the 90 million people that have less than a 500 credit score, they're going to be on the bottom and they're going to get eaten up. The interest rate is going to eat up 90 million people. And that's not just a random number. That's something that's statistically known on how many people that have less than a 550 credit score. That's 90 million people in this country. So that's where the credit repair level and avenues can be able to be profitable to position yourself in. That's something where if you're focusing on building a company and branding everything out, that's where having your business, your LLC, your business plan, your logos, website, your directives, your marketing channels, and also the YouTube channels that you're going to promote all of your stuff on. So, with that being said, you can become extremely diligent type of person just navigating the digital market, man. Because a lot of people ain't even focusing on that level of competitiveness, man. So all the tech people that's in the communities of inner cities, I hope that they find a way how to be able to get up out of there, man, and be able to get their money and go. Invest in opportunity zones when you do have all your capital, so you can get those tax benefits, those 10-year tax abatements, and just focus on resourcing yourself on being more tactical type of investor and just get in between plays, profit sharing, joint venture agreements, using sweat equity, so using your capabilities of management and consulting to be able to provide more type of angles and opportunities for yourself. Because using your sweat equity and your intelligence, your craftiness, your creativity, you can leverage that to be able to get a percentage of people's companies, percentage of people that needs help. And you're doing all of this off of just using LinkedIn, going to real estate investment groups, going to tech seminars, asking around when it comes to management. Every time you shake hands with somebody that's either you're consulting with or you're doing business with, get intertwined with every single parts of that element of their business, provide the management, create the team labor where you're providing your all the people that's under you is either $4 to $5 an hour or commission base with a percentage on it. So everything would be set up where you have a system behind you, plus you have the partnership where you can leverage other people's connections to certain things or certain people's skills. So the skill sets, you can be able to make at least one good cooperative type of team fair, if we have to put a word of it. So, that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure that people getting all the stuff deleted on their credit report, making sure I add trade lines where people can get $20,000, $30,000 on their credit profile, then sending them to my business partner, Mark, and me and him, we work the scenarios of getting the business credit established. Be focusing on any type of properties in your area. So that means you'll be going to a lot of these real estate investment websites, finding and analyzing stuff, looking at data, county tax assessor website, finding and analyzing data, getting these phone numbers of the sellers, making the offer, outreach, and capturing on those opportunities so you can be able to peel off a lot of deals and be able to get enough type of understanding of your market where any type of cash buyer that you send a deal, if you're not interested in buying, but you're going to sign the contract to your cash buyer, your end buyer, you always have it where you can get deal flow to them and you can get residual income every 3 months on your cash buyer if they're very frequent in that market and if they got the deeper pockets. So, I'm just being very wide when it comes to my strategies of things. How do I go through certain, at least overcome certain type of valleys? I'm focusing on multiple markets. So if one market is cold, there's going to be another market that's going to be hot. I make the phone calls. I call people up. I ask around. I'm looking at certain websites, directories, the Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to be able to find that plan. So that's what I do with everybody that's coming inside of the consultation group, where if you're needing of something and I can become an indispensable asset to you, a valuable asset to you and what your endeavors are, then I present what I need to be able to do to at least connect that connection with you, create a plan, help you manage the plan where I'm literally walking with you lockstep in order to be able to figure out what is needed when it comes to getting certain things done without you putting all your time. 'Cause a lot of people have part-time jobs. A lot of people have full-time jobs. A lot of people have a very strenuous business. But that's where me becoming that indispensable asset where it's an easy contact when it comes to me. Easy call up. You have everything written down, whatever you need me to do. And I can be able to provide a notable, then I says notable, a notable strategy for you to be able to effectively get things done. So you're beating out your competition, or you're eating your competition, or you're just analyzing, inspiring your competition to see what is their next move. And you create a plan where you reinvest 40 to 50% of your net proceeds in marketing to expand. So that's really what people do. So all the people that are in the space that likes Kevin Samuels, that's really what he did. Just reinvest all of his proceeds back into marketing, reinvest from Facebook channel, Instagram channel, TikTok, Twitter, where he became omnipresent in an algorithm base. So he literally made everything possible because of his reinvestment. Same thing when it comes to Oprah, same thing when it comes to anybody that people like that is a personality. Reinvestment now is easy when it comes to marketing channels. Facebook ads is cheaper than radio ads. Radio ads is non-effective, but TV ads is more expensive because Jay-Z spent $250,000 for a Tiffany and Company uh, advertisement that got showed by 100 million people one time. So that's $250,000. When it comes to Facebook ads, $250,000 can literally get you a million people with half of that budget on Facebook, then a million clicks, 350,000 clicks on Google, then you can get a million views on TikTok. So you're literally leveraging three to four channels with having 4 million impressions on you. If you have your emails, your phone numbers captured, you have a pixel where anybody that clicks onto your website, they will be rebounced again, where they'll see your stuff 5 to 6 times over. That's where the domino effect comes in. That's where you can provide promo codes. That's where you can have an email list that can be sold, leveraged. You create your business, it can be sold for multiple, doing stuff that way. So you're building the business up, you're building the brand up, the brand awareness, accumulating that factor. That can be something where you can be able to leverage five ways, five ways up. And that's where the digital marketing aspect comes in. That's where that trade is so useful. That's where B2B businesses. So people can do it in their local area and just do some call ups and find out if they got a marketing department. If they don't, now they do. You are the marketing department. Certain areas of people that are cold calling when it comes to owner operators that just started. If you have the brokers that are literally friendly when it comes to new people, you can add that connection to your arsenal, and carriers will be able to deal business with you. You can negotiate your 5 to 10% on the top, and you can create cash flow and have a lot of income coming into your balance sheets to be leveraged for loans, to get access to the properties that I mentioned, and to literally parlay that into so many avenues with just that frame of thinking. So, that frame of thinking is just where you can compete with everybody that you need to compete with. You can make the connections necessary. If you got a complaint when it comes to society views, you can donate and lobby for it, and expecting some politician to just give you something just by the grace and mercy of them. Because, uh, lobbying will help a lot of complaints that Black people have, and it's helping a lot of complaints that other cultures had. Asians was rounded up in a concentration camp. Well, not a concentration camp, but rounded up in termination camps, to now being multi-trillion dollars rich, situations of Chinatown, every single place of America. It can be done. The status can be built. It can be done based off lobbying certain key people, and the key people are you. So you be that key person where you can be able to build up your capital, your influence, lobby, leveraging, and getting certain things done where your name is protected, where if somebody stops you over, they see that you are a donor because of your driver's license having that police donor stamp. And you can be able to do what you need to do. You contact the chief of police, you contact anybody that you need, you got that connection. Hell, you can help fix his credit. Leverage that opportunity where all the police are getting their credit fixed. Or if you're a person where you got iPhones for wholesale, which I told you guys about that supplier connection, you can go sell them the iPhones and they bring in their people, and you can get free word of mouth type of marketing. If you got hair bundles, go to your hair supplier, well, hair beauty supply. If it's something where it's a beauty salon, you can be able to work out a deal where you sell your bulk that you got for $12 a piece to them for $45 each, so they can resell it for around 90 each, so they can double their money. So pretty much you're going to be the plug to a lot of hair beauty salons, beauty suppliers. um, Work out a deal where you're doing the old school type of marketing. If you're living in a neighborhood of houses, you literally put everything by the mailboxes of your business. You put up on the signs, free forms of marketing. Free forms of marketing. Everybody in the city knows who you are. You put it in high traffic areas. You do what you need to do. You reinvest more time in making the connections inside. You can be a well-oiled to machine where no matter what the economic market is, you can preserve your money. You can preserve your money. You can be able to do what you need to do. If you find an investment that you like, you find a property that you like, if you want to splurge, if you like, you would do that based on your business. And that's where the business credit comes in. And that's where you can utilize the higher utilization of business credit. So that's just basis of everybody making sure that you're focusing on yourself. And if you're going to be a person, or if you're a person or a personality that like to focus on other people, you take the elements of the people that you're focusing on and any type of useful strategies that you see that they use, you tailor that, and you be able to repackage it and organize a plan around it. So you're just organizing everything that you need to do to be able to be more competitive than the other. Because one thing that I know is for certain that the labor force is going to have like a new blend of hue of people. That's definitely for sure. Because even if segments of things get returned and reversed when it comes to immigration, uh, you got a range of around 1 million Indians that they want to inject into the United States society. And they're going to be in the tech realms, and that's where the H-1B1 visas have it, where they can be able to be work visas. I don't care for immigration, to be honest. I know there's segments of immigration that we need, but boy, there has to be certain elements where we got to focusing on building up the high school and the college and the community college people to get those jobs. Because a lot of the times they're just reading half of the book and people thinking they're smart and they just read half of the book. And that's something that my guy Q told me directly, that a lot of the times they don't even, Indian, they're not even fully grasping the concept of the technology stuff a lot of the times. There's one or two people out of a group of 10 that's literally coaching everybody else to be able to get their situation lined up where they can get put on and they can get those big amounts of incomes, segments of Indians, Afghans, people from across the border, um, segments of them getting business grants and them having initiatives lined up for them. That creates another basis of competition where Americans that have homes, Americans that have high level jobs and incomes already, they got to focus on their next business plan, man. They got to get a good buyer agent and find some deals in their area to be able to compete, because it's a family lineage thing. Because you should focusing on the aspect of, in this country, it's about competition. It's a competitive level, no matter if you're competing with your own, you're competing with the world, or you're competing with Ling Ling in China that's doing 10, 15 hours of research trying to be the better than everybody that's trying to be better than everybody. So, people that are doing the research, people that are putting in the time, those are going to be the ones that are going to show themselves within the pack to be strong and to be intellectually uh, uh, gratifying, say the least, to be able to become a juggernaut, because that's how you profit off of economic collapse. You're investing in all the inverses. You're focusing on shorting the market, option trading, forex, focused on your series 3, life insurance policies, annuity plans, putting your due diligence in when it comes from the basis of securing your capital. Because a lot of people that already have a lot of money, and if it's economic collapse, most of their strategies are trying to shield and protect the $1 million. Then rather than grow the $1 million to 1 to 5, they're shielding their money, and they're literally finding basis of, okay, where can I pull and pour the money into? A lot of people have insurance policies stacked up. Other people try to go for it big and try to leverage that 1 in the 10 million and getting them 90% LTV, 10% down payment loans, and getting that construction in where they can get around $200,000 in profit at closing, because they're overestimating their construction loans to protect them in inflation, protect them in a labor shortage, or just create a war chest. Do you think buying a lot of puts Puts. I, Jesse, if you want to come up on the panel, Jesse, feel free to come up. Jesse, if you want to book a consultation with me, if you need credit repair or if you need segments of someone getting you funding up to 50,000, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. But when it comes to buying a lot of puts, yes, it's only sound. You see everything crumbling. You see the stock market that was 36,000 points, and Biden was trying to give props and credit like it was the greatest economic thing, going to 34,300 in the Dow Jones right now as we speak. Mortgage stocks. And here's the list of all the 3x leverage. So yes, having puts, inverse ETFs, leveraging your stocks, yes. So that is the list of all of the 3x leverage stocks. So yes, that would be a reputable type of play to do. You know, it's one of the best type of things that you can do when it comes to a whole lot of volatility. That and the VIX, having your having puts on a lot of real estate companies, because a lot of real estate companies are extremely debt based, type of entities. So having your puts would be based off of all of, well, interest rates rising hurts tech stocks. That's a gimme. That is a gimme. So high interest rates hurts tech stocks. You know, bond yields going up affects the tech market, because usually that is like an inverse. But yeah, yeah, Jesse. So focusing on having those puts, yes, best thing that you can do. You're ahead of your curve. You're focusing on the right path. So with that being said, Jesse, what you're doing is a good type of play to focus on. So your avenues when it comes to doing that, you can be able to profit off the crash. You can be able to rebalance certain things. You can focusing on buying the dips of the stocks that already crashed that you did not take no impartment with. Let me repeat that again. You can literally take advantage of profiting off of the puts and taking the proceeds from the puts that you profit of shorting the market and putting on stocks that are at dips where it bottomed out. So people that invest and have complete devotion off of betting against the market, they understand where the bottom is, because when the markets start running and rising up, they're losing money because of them betting against the market. So they understand when to switch over back on the flip side and be able to profit off of discounted stocks, discounted Tesla, discounted Apple, discounted Walmart. Well, not Walmart, but Walmart's going to keep on running. Walmart, Albertsons, they profit off of inflation rising because there are the merchants capturing your payments and profiting off of the running prices. So shipping container stocks, like I mentioned, shipping and trucking companies, grocery stores, that's how you profit on the run-ups. But everything else when it comes to tech that gets hit, real estate companies that are loan-based, mortgage companies, you can profit off of that. You can be able to be a well-oiled machine off your reinvestment plan because you're profiting off of the crash and reinvesting it elsewhere. And you reinvesting it elsewhere, you can 3-4x the money based off of the run-ups of the economy. But this is granted, this is my opinion, but I've been fairly accurate because everybody can look at the previous videos from a year to 2 years ago when I told you on which stocks and which plays to invest in. But it's an open panel. If anybody wants to come up on the panel, click on the link. If anybody needs to get in contact with me with my email, creditbuilder475@gmail.com, when it comes to situations of me deleting any items off your credit report or me providing you any type of trade lines to boost your credit score or raise your limits, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. It's an open panel. Click on the link. Click on the link. Click on the link. If you want to come up, feel free to come up. But yes, Jesse, just to come back to that question, getting a lot of those puts, you can be able to get some profits. Um, you can be able to make some good type of spread margin wins. And you would also look at the crypto plays, because if you make money on the puts, that means that you got profits of the market crashing down when it comes to the stock market, and you putting money aside for getting cheap crypto coins so you can leverage it probably from 3x, like I mentioned previously, to 5 to 6x. So that's just showing that, you're focusing on when the time in of the market, that's best. That's best. That's literally the best thing that you can do. Get you some gold ETFs as well. Gold, silver, copper, all of the commodities are going to win. So everybody should know that correlation. Commodities are going to win. Energy companies, I would say they would win based off inflation rising up, gas pricing going up. And the more that Biden kills pipelines in the country, the more the price is going to go up. So the more ExxonMobil, like I told you guys, dividend stock is going to rise and run up. Hence, you get more profits and proceeds. Because if gas prices goes to $4 nationwide, $5 nationwide, like where Kentucky is seeing $5 an hour, $5 a gallon, pardon me, $5 a gallon type of gas, that shows that everybody's gonna be fat that invested in gas stocks. Crude oil. So the barrel, people saying that the barrels per gallon could be 120 per barrel if it gets really dire. Right now we teeter from 67 to $75 per barrel. When Poppy Bush was president back in 91, it was at $100 per barrel, and that was the start of the American Gulf War. So when you have segments of that, it's gonna be geopolitical, a geopolitical type of fight. Then Australian uranium stocks is a good play. People are investing in those as well. So the battle of everybody that's listening should be set aside some money, making sure that you cover your debts, making sure that you got enough money for either 2 to 3 months ahead of time when it comes to rents or mortgages, focusing on making your family very secure when it comes to any type of military training, at least gun training, gun safety, getting you a couple of dogs, security, door systems, and all the stuff that you pretty much need to make sure that everything is okay. Because you're going to be the one winning, you see. You're going to be the one winning while everybody else that are just the zombies of the masses that they don't know what ExxonMobil is. They don't know the stock ticker of whoop-diddy-whoop. They don't know what shipping container stocks like SHIP, SHIP. They don't know what DSX is. They don't know what Cardano is. They don't know what ADA means. They're too late on crypto. They heard of doggy coin, but they really haven't heard of it. So you'll be ahead of those type of people and crowds by a milestone. People that literally just find out about certain situations off their phone, and now they're somewhat halfway invested, but they can't tell you how can I say, the entry points of how to invest into these plays, man. It amazes me, because people should know that inflation helps the real estate market based off of people that are already homeowners in these markets. People should understand that the stock market has been going up based off of stimulus, based off of the 1.9 600 billion on the second one, and 1.4 600 billion, then 1.9 again. So all those trillions of dollars. People should realize that, if you made some money in crypto, take your take your chances in at least seeing what else is in that market, man. Because I'm more invested in digital finance tokens and blockchain stocks that are invested in the management data centers, computer centers. But for all the people that's coming in, thank you for joining in. Thank you for listening to the channel. Please click on the open panel link. Feel free to join in. If anybody have any questions, type it in the chat. But for all the people that's coming in, I appreciate everybody. Please hit the open panel link. Feel free to join in. And another thing I meant to tell you guys is we have a huge car loan bubble. So if you have a car loan, please pay that off as quick as possible. Actually, pay that off before you pay anybody else. Because if that car loan bubble pops, then that shit, it winds up being even more interest that you got to pay, even more expensive interest due to the fact that in March, Fed is going to raise the interest rate. So Fed is literally going to say, we're not giving no more monetary stimulus. We are letting the economy go on its own. And if Biden gets a chance to break up the filibuster, he's going to raise taxes on everybody. Hence, it's going to increase the prices on everything. It's going to lead to a lot of layoffs, plus the vaccine mandates as well. You could add that third into play. Fourth, people should at least see what is the segment of how they boss feel about them. Even if you are a manager yourself, be able to get some type of heat check to figure out, is you going to get replaced? But for all the people that are managers and supervisors, focusing on getting that side business out, because you got the tools. People that are managers, they actually can run their own business because they manage teams, they manage systems. It's just that a system, they just need to find a existing system to run when they do create that business. Because, managers, they already have all the elements necessary to be able to run their own business because they manage people. They know how to be able to run certain things, schedule, alignments, planning, dispatching certain type of task, assigning people certain type of tasks, delegating. They already got those elements. So they already got the keys to financially profit off of an economic collapse because they can set aside it where if they have $2,000, $3,000 for their marketing budget, Google and Facebook ads selling a $500 to $1,000 product. So your cost per acquisition on every single product that you do, if it's within $500, like a treadmill or a deep freezer, people are investing in a lot of deep freezers. People are investing into a lot of gun safes. I got suppliers when it comes to all of those. So you can go on AliExpress to find a deep freezer, Alibaba to find a deep freezer. You can drop ship high ticket products and treadmills. Find something that you can be able to sell where if you sell 5-6 products, that's like $6,000 to $7,000 a month. Okay, so what crypto coins are you looking at right now, bro? Cardano, Compound, Power Ledger, Gas, Neo. I'm looking at what else? I told you the COVID-19 coin that's tracking everybody that's been vaccinated. So I'm looking at that coin as well. So if you want to come up on the panel, man, click on the link. Got all these ghost watchers, man. Please share the video. Please share the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you need a book a consult, this is my email. Book a consult. Puma, book a consult. Because my man wants me to give him a whole list so he can get it and dip out. Not fair to the content creator, man. We got to focus on how can we get a strategy for you to be able to price it in and the exit. Because my man Craig, he invested 1100. No, he invested 900 onto Shiba Inu. Called me up, told me that he has 9300 in profit. Well, 9300 in total coin value. Told him that you got to cash certain things out. He invested 900, got 9300 back on Shiba Inu. He sold most of his proceeds. If he invests in certain things now, I would tell him get Cardano. So that's what I'm focused on, man. But book a consult, man. Plus, Kuma, I can get you some funding so you can invest in more coins if you're an aficionado like that. Hey, do you have insight on XRP? I'm not a fan of the banking coin Ripple. I don't like Ripple at all. I really don't like Ripple at all. Keystone, what's going on, man? For all the people that need to get in contact with me, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. So, Kuma, you're going to have to book a consult, dog, or get on the panel, or click on the link and get on the panel. I don't know if people are just coming in. That's why they haven't heard of me pouring my heart out when it comes to other stuff other than crypto so they can be able to make money. Because I don't want people to be solely focused on crypto because that limits your profit margin. That limits your, your profit maximization when it comes from allocating from stock market to cryptos to real estate to back to cryptos to back to real estate. You got to transition everything in cycles, man. That's why I try to get you guys the funding so you have enough profit. Profit making opportunities by you getting the funding. So you have to at least be well segmented on Cardano. Because Cardano is going to be $5 to $8 a coin. That's my honest opinion. Yes, I got Vaughn. Click on the link, Vaughn. Click on the link. The link is right there for you. So yes, it's a cycle for crypto. Yes, because $1.3 trillion cashing out. That's not the end of everything. That's not the end of everything, man. So yes, in my honest opinion, it's a cycle. It's not the beginning of the end. I'm not that type of channel. I don't dwell on doom and gloom. If I tell you situation of this motherfucker about to crash, I give you a strategy on how to profit off that crash. Because I'm the person where everybody that got their thumbs down, you're supposed to have your thumbs up. Because come on, man, you can't be a hog in the system, man. You can't be comfortable being just a hog in the system, a cog in the system. Vaughn.
Hey, good afternoon.
Well, good evening.
Good evening. I thought it was afternoon there still. Guess I'm late. I'm late on everything, huh?
Well, you're in Minnesota, so we like what 2 years? Not 2 years, 2 hours ahead of each other. Hold on, let me put my Bluetooth on. Hold on, give me one moment. Okay, so yes, so we have a car loan bubble. So when it comes to the segments of that type of partial debt bubble, because yes, we got debt bubbles in real estate, commercial real estate, preferably in New York. We got a debt bubble in car loans. We got a debt bubble when it comes to people that get surgeries on credit. So a lot of the surgeons that rely on people using their credit card with high interest rates, that fucks up with everything. High interest rates, the Fed everybody that's watching the news pretty much heard that the Fed is going to raise interest rates. They saying they're going to do this shit early. So last year when I told everybody that they're going to raise interest rates, 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 I said it was going to be around March, April of this year, but now they're speeding the process up. So yeah, so car loans, people, if you got the money to pay that off, pay that off. Pay that down as much as you can. Pay that down as much as you can. Um, Focus on what is going to be your next investment avenue once you do pay down your debts. So I'm the person that tell you to pay down your debts and invest the rest. If it's in the basis of something that's dire like this, like interest rates is nothing new, is nothing good. Like I understand all my investors. Vaughn, you still here with me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'll be right back. My daughter's calling. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So when it comes to people that are pro raising of interest rates, those are people that are already in position to profit off of it. Now, the regular people that don't invest in the stock market or don't do no type of investing, those are going to be the literally the pigs that get slaughtered. Those are going to be literally the pigs that get slaughtered, where pre-foreclosures is going to be at the rise, and that's how you can profit on the real estate segment. So that's good for you. You can profit on that real estate segment. But if you're going to profit on that real estate segment, you got to get those property prices on a steep discount and assign that to your cash buyer. You got to assign that to your cash buyer and be able to get that $5,000 to $10,000 spread. People say, "Well, we get $40,000 assignment fees every time we do a wholesale deal." Well, that's cool. That's cool, but you try to get as much deals across the table. You don't want to have it where your $40,000-$50,000 wholesale deal goes underwater because of you trying to be too greedy. But yeah, Kuma, so this is just a cycle when it comes to crypto, man. I don't believe this is the beginning and the end because too many banks are reliant on cryptos. You got JP Morgan, Chase that are investing in the cryptos. You got Goldman Sachs that are investing in cryptos. Now, I'll tell you one thing. They're trying to get regulation and the pretty much the blueprint and the logistics down in the federal government wise so they can get ahead. Because they don't like to have it where the American people get too ahead of them. It creates problems when it comes to reporting, and it creates problems of them when they're trying to be able to collect when it comes to taxes. So it's not the beginning of the end when it comes to crypto. No. So it's just for people to get in position when it comes to crypto because JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, uh, Andreessen and Horowitz, pardon me, those are big super companies, hedge funds that are invested in cryptos. So their money is going to be it's going to literally be like how Atlanta, Georgia market, how we mention all the time, how Atlanta is going to be preserved. Their property prices is going to be preserved based off of hedge funds investing and buying up all those properties. So when you got big whales like that, whales actually preserve the market prices in certain areas of your market. So cryptos, it's just a cycle. $1.3 trillion. That my client in Canada, she made a lot of money because she is invested in BITI. So when that $1.3 trillion crash happened, she made around 60% off of shorting Bitcoin. So BITI is how you can successfully short Bitcoin, but that's in Canada. So that's for my Canadian investors. So that's BITI. That's BITI. But if anybody that's coming in, this is an open panel. Please like the video. All the people that are listening in, this is a situation on how for people can profit on the stock market crash. Everybody saw the media. Everybody is going to get that interest rate hike, and it's going to hit people's credit cards. It's going to hit a lot of people's stuff. Mickey, I see you. Yes, Triple Q. That's another good stock as well. The QQQ is also a good situations of you profiting off of a market crash. Was you in my live earlier? Nah, man. Have I been in your life? Vaughn.
Yeah, I want to ask about that Ripple. Why you say you didn't like Ripple?
I don't like bank controlled coins at all. Okay,
Okay.
that's damn near like the Fed coin, man.
Okay.
That is the Fed coin, man. Because when it comes to crypto enthusiasts, they have it where they don't care how much the price. They care about how much the price goes. But if it's gonna be controlled and regulated, it's no different than them being a part of Chase Bank. Because a lot of people they want cryptos based off of the privacy, the decentralization. That's a centralized coin.
Okay. So that's why I'm having all those problems instead of getting sued with that. They just had a lawsuit
What?
that
Oh,
I think they
yes.
won. I'm not sure exactly. XRP specifically.
Well, when it comes to that, XRP it's the Fed coin, but Goldman Sachs and J.P. Morgan Chase they like Ripple. They're investing more in Ripple. So if you could get access to Ripple, I'm not saying to be against it. I'm just saying that I don't like it because of those reasons.
Okay.
Because it's the police coin. You might as well have the Bad Boys theme music. Come on.
So you just got some precautions then. If you're gonna do it, then these are the precautions.
Yeah, man. Just know that this is a centralized coin. There's opportunities for people to make money, of course. But I tell people Cardano, man, get in Card. Cause I told about Cardano when it was 18 cents. It blew up to $3.
Okay.
About to approach $4, man.
Okay.
So that's a good profit margin based off of fixed dollar cost averages. So that means the average motherfucker that put $20 in got $300 back.
Mm.
Let me
Say the
repeat
good
that
thing.
again. The average $20 type of investment, meaning that if you don't spend no money on any lotto tickets for the month, came back as $300 at its height. At its height. So that means 200 could be 3,000, 2,000 could be 30,000. So people should understand fixed dollar cost averaging is just a simple strategy of you putting $50 to $100 down every single month on your favorite crypto plays. But go ahead, Vaughn.
No, that's good. I was gonna say oh, I forgot. Hold on, I have to think about it. Sorry.
No problem. So when it comes from the basis of everybody's crypto play, it's a cycle. It's not the end. Don't take it as the end. Take it as a buying opportunity. Damn it. Why do people investor psychology is a motherfucker, boy? Because a lot of people, when it's a time to buy, they all scared out, they all punked out. And then when it rises up again, and then that's when they want to buy. I'm like, no, you're supposed to get the news catalyst. You're supposed to get the Google alerts on every single crypto that you got money into. Create a Google alert. Wait for the opportunity. And if it's a dip, then buy the dip. Digital finance coins is going to rise up because when Biden raises taxes, and Vaughn, this is something that you can be able to get involved in this conversation as well. When Biden raises taxes, he also going to have taxes for crypto. So he created an executive order last night when it comes to crypto regulation. That's something a lot of people ain't really talking about. But I follow the White House like I follow shit on the stains. So when it comes to this, yes, an executive order is for regulations that try to restrict it, but no, this is not the end. Because I'm gonna have to pull up that Biden executive order. Vaughn, are you on your laptop?
Nope.
No problem. No problem. I'm gonna give you a reach
Sorry.
though. But when it comes from that executive order was last night, and when I read the executive order, it was talking about the pertainments of regulations, and it says that any crypto gains of $1,000 should be taxed at a special rate. So hopefully that shit, hopefully that shit is just something where it's limited. But that means crypto gains from 1,000 taxed at 40%. That's $400 gone now. That's $400 gone now. They're trying to incentivize people to invest in the long term, and they're trying to brutalize short term gains. So that means people that like to be in and out, they get hurt the most when it comes to capital gains taxes being raised. That goes for crypto, that goes for stocks, that goes for real estate, that goes for any type of in and out type of business. Oh damn, my link is messed up.
Yeah, I remember what I wanted to ask you, real deal. It's basically, so as far as the cryptocurrency, are they broken down into industries like how the stock market is broken down, like into gas, shopping, food, gold, things like that? Is it broken down into those type of industries? I'm just
Yes,
curious.
a lot
Okay.
of them, are the cryptos that are based off of technology and not based off of hype. Those are the segments of, and write this down, lightning technology.
Okay.
So if you research lightning technology crypto, then it's going to be telling you about Cardano. It's going to be telling you about a lot of crypto plays that have very efficient ways of mining, and mining cryptos is how people can be able to make their money. And in Biden's executive order last night had it where they wanted to charge more on energy prices of micro microchip warehousing and crypto mining facilities. So energy prices is going to go up even more. So the more energy prices go up in general, on one hand, the other hand, oh boy wants to have it where he's increasing the segments of regulations, hours of service, because with crypto, that thing is mining every single day of the minute of the hour by the hour. They're trying to generate more of the coins, little coins, the coins that you're invested in that aren't Bitcoin, that aren't Ethereum, that aren't Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, that aren't um, Dash. Dash is actually good because I can send you a Dash payment within 20 seconds. Bitcoin, it takes around 36 to 47 minutes to send Bitcoin from one across from another. And the more Bitcoin is being utilized, the longer it's going to take. The longer Bitcoin is taking. Oh yeah, man. So yes. More than $600 in your cash. The SWAT team is coming. I'm telling you, man, they treat us like we big meats or something, man. They treat us like we all doughboys. They treat us
Yeah.
like we all doughboys. So yes, they want to tax every single thing. That's because they shut out a lot of money. That's the government trying to recoup. So people's tax returns is going to be less. People's tax returns are going to be shrinking. So all the people that filed early, like a good citizen, they're going to get even lesser money. Damn, this is fucked up.
Yeah. What?
Honestly, Vaughn, this is fucked up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about the Elon Musk. Did you hear about that announcement he's making, or it's something to do with Bitcoin? I was trying to read about it earlier, but I didn't get a chance to dig in.
Well, only thing that Elon is pretty much talking about is trying to get more and more corporations to accept Bitcoin. That helps the adaptation and it helps rise Bitcoin because Bitcoin is being used as a bartering, more integrated bartering system where when you pull up, you got your Bitcoin wallet on your phone and they say, okay, get your order. Then they're going to have that little screen that's going to be able to have your barcode signed off. Yes, it's a beautiful play, but Elon can only do so much.
Yeah, whenever he says something, it just kind of the market can go either one way or the other, just based off his influence alone.
Do you look at the market cap of the crypto before you invest, or do you look at the technology first? I look at the technology first because the technology prevails over just numbers. Because that's sort of like the Warren Buffett method of investing, where you're invested more in the technology based off of the balance sheets, based off of the fundamentals of the company, based off of the in and out intricacies of a company. But the market cap also plays a part as well. So you invest in as many dips as possible, because when a crypto has a green day, crypto can have like 2,000 coins all have green. It don't matter what you're invested in, it's just green. And that means that's Chinese money, that's Russian money, that's Venezuelan money, and that's also segments of German money. So with crypto, a lot of countries invest in certain things differently. Like people that are sleep now, China is awake. So China infects the market. China literally influences the market. Russia is like the second little homie, the second little big homie, if that ever made sense, ever in life, if I have to just use a term. So China is going to be the ones that's influencing, where if they're going to pull out 600 billion, if they're going to pull out 600 billion, can you hear me? If they can pull out 600 billion, they literally swift the market left, like very left. So, $600 billion, that just made everything just go topsy turvy all over. Like it's a bad moon rising. It's a bad moon rising in the short term, but people should focus on getting a dip, buy the dip. So when those countries are back into the market, when they're in play, you can be able to profit and you pull out the money, and you just do it in a cycle until it has like a hyperbolic type of run, where Bitcoin runs like from 36,000 to 80,000. That's like a home run type of, that's a prolific type of run. And those things cannot be really timed unless like there's like a big ass Discord group chat like with like $1,200 million players that we don't know about. But yeah, it's really real. It gets, this is the realest that it gets, man. Because when the market is crashing like this is where, okay, I see you, shit. That's where the crypto market need to come through. When times of these type of perils, that's where the crypto market need to come through. But that just shows you that it's not U.S. influence. But that because a lot of people in America is not invested in crypto like they should be. Like if everybody had like about 2 G's in crypto in America, the market would be very, very influential right now.
Like I said before, you know what's controlling the market, right? The
Mm-hmm.
miners. The
Yes.
miners are controlling the market. There's not a lot of people in America that's mining. See, Russia just pulled back out and said about making mining illegal because there's so much energy being used,
Yep.
so-called carbon footprint. And then you got the issue with what is it? The China trying to say that they're not referring to using crypto no more. Well, basically just in general Bitcoin. So that's messing up the loop too. That's the reason why the market kind of crashed. And what was it, 20? When they said they wasn't using Bitcoin no more and it went down, and now it's steady creeping back up. And that's like the biggest thing. A lot of people like right now, it's taking a dip because of the processes. If you can't process the payments for crypto being transactions, how can you actually, stay in the game to win with crypto? Bitcoin is one of the biggest payouts, but the thing is, the biggest miners was in Russia. So if they're not processing
Mm-hmm.
these payments, that's hurting the crypto in general. So every time a processing company stops and goes down, that brings the market down because it's just like Visa. If Visa say we're going to stop, we're going to just shut our company down, only company is going to be is MasterCard. MasterCard then has to take on all the responsibility of Visa's customers. And if they can't produce, guess what happens? They can't
crumble.
process all the payments at one time. That's the issue. That's the main thing now. And they're trying to tie it to the government. It's not because of the government tie. It's because of the processing the payments. No, that's like the biggest thing. If you're not processing the payments, how can people buy? How can people trade? How can people put it on the market? You can't
And
process the payments.
that's why Elon made the push on trying to get McDonald's to accept Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and also Dash. Dash, I can send you Dash, and you can receive a Dash payment within 15 to 30 seconds. That is so useful. That you like Michael Vick when it comes to crypto trading, man. You Michael Vick when it comes to this shit. You literally can be able to move your money from Dash to Monero. And Monero, you know what, to be honest, if you're investing in Monero, you might be on some type of watch list. I'm just saying. Monero is so useful in its technology because it's so private. You can hide Monero. You can hide $2 million in Monero, and motherfuckers don't know that you have it. Motherfuckers don't even know that you have it. Monero is so useful as a crypto that shit can have it where if you have that much amount of money, people create a crypto trust, and a crypto trust, they used to put it in Swiss accounts. People are moving to Puerto Rico. Talk about that, man. Talk about the Puerto Rico tax, the 0% taxes on crypto gains. That's why people are moving to Puerto Rico, and that can help their economy. Wait a minute, hold on. Do you think that the oil tax deductions will get passed on oil-related crypto, or is it covered? Uh, it will get passed. It depends on which administration. It'll get passed, but Congress is pretty much gridlocked when it comes to a lot of stuff. Only time when they can get something bipartisan is if it's like military spending, or if it's like giving Ukraine support, or another DOD bill. But anybody that's an ex-veteran, y'all need to get onto those DOD budgets, because the Department of Defense budgets under Trump was huge. We're talking about 170 billion in potential contracts that can be sent out for anybody that's ex-military. They can get to those contracts as soon as possible. Or people that have partnerships with somebody that's in the military as like a joint venture agreement. You have the money and they have the military experience. It could be like the peanut butter and the jelly. But that's the only thing I can see that gets passed in Congress is pretty much more defense spending, or anything that makes sure that the government doesn't go on shutdown again, per se.
Yeah, did you hear about that? I think it was $300 million to Afghan.
Oh yeah, man. We've been when Afghanistan fell, uranium stocks blew up the biggest. That was actually the biggest month for uranium stocks, and now Afghanistan, the Taliban has $2 trillion in literally uranium reserves. So they got China, and China is tag teaming with them to be able to get those uranium off the ground. And Australia, they're using the Chinese this shit to be able to get some money and profit. So people have these like backdoor deals with China. These backdoor deals with China, and that's how a lot of these uranium stocks is blowing up. So yes, the 300 million to Afghans, yes, they have grants for them ready. People in Boston seeing the Afghans in neighborhoods as well.
Remember Akon though? Remember Akon did the backdoor deal with the company Lighting Africa?
Yep.
All those solar panels, they technically had them for America, and because Bush was in office and dealing with the oil and all that, the solar thing was dead. And Akon said they were just sitting in there, gave him $1 million deal on them at first, and then they just kept upping the loan on him to the point, man, he was established. he was just running. I'm like, that's good, man. And he said he
That
did it
was a
such
good
under
deal.
the radar.
That was a good deal. That was a good deal because yes, profit off of your lobbying. When it comes to political shit, you're supposed to lobby. You're not supposed to have it where you're begging and pleading for somebody to give you something. Unfortunately, you know, because yeah, that's a political move that he made opportunities. Plus, Akon made the opportunity. People call him a debt slave when it comes to doing business with China. I think they're right because they gave him $1 billion line of credit. And when China gives money, they have these super stipulations where they have auto renewals, interest only. You're just paying interest on the shit. You ain't paying none of the principal. That is like one of the worst type of loans to deal with when you're talking about infrastructure, because it's going to take you probably around 10 to 15 years to pay it off without the interest only. With the interest only, it just prolongs it to 25, 40 years if you're not careful on your terms. But that's why you got to have those international brokers. So for all the people that's coming in, please like the video and please feel free to come up on the panel.
But you remember, that's what they did with Zimbabwe and closed the main road in Zimbabwe that cuts off an hour or so commute. And that main drag, China just took it. They gave them some infrastructure money, and the road was the conditions for collateral, and they was just after doing the work came in and said, hey, we need payment. They was like, well, we can't pay you now. Well, the stipulation in the contract, it said we can collect whenever. They were stuck.
Damn. See. You need to have some type of grace period. If it's something long like that, it need to have a 3 to 4 year grace period. Because you're talking about infrastructure, man. You're talking about something that's gonna build up a facility of 500,000 to 1 million people or more. That isn't no little task to do. Plus Nigeria, when it comes to have you heard of Aliko Dangote, the richest black man in the world?
No, I never heard of him.
So he's a Nigerian billionaire that's worth $12 billion. No, $25 billion. So it ranges around from 12 to 21 because of gas prices was so low in the 2020 era. Now, since gas prices globally is gone up dramatically, his shit is now back at 25 billion. But to leave a long story short, he has it where he's going to put aside $1 billion of his money to be able to have it where it's going to be road infrastructure and electricity for 3 million people. So, and also Nigeria wants to have it where they're more focused on trying to create a populist agenda. So pretty much the Donald Trump movement then spread all over the world. Brazil, they got their own populist movement. Nigeria, they're trying to be oil dependent, oil independent, and also have it where they can utilize, where they can be able to sell to other countries like Venezuela. So Venezuela as well, they're on the shit list as well. Venezuela is definitely gonna be onto our shit list because they risk Russia helping Venezuela, and that situation is still murky. So there's certain countries that America can't let they can't let win. No, they can't let win because Haiti actually has oil as well. Am I right? Yes, but they're part of OPEC. Yes. And that was funny when Biden tried to call on OPEC countries to increase the production so they can lower the prices, and they didn't do that. They didn't abide to his rule. Nigeria is not part of OPEC, no. No. For all the people that's coming in, it's an open panel. Click on the link. Click on the link. Click on the link. Open panel. Click on the link. Okay. Haiti has a bunch of resources. It's the same. Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So when it comes from America's standpoint, we just need to open up the pipelines and we can get back to $250 a gallon. We can get back to $250 a gallon. We be cracking again. Trucking companies can be able to breathe with healthy profit margins. Regular American people can be able to have it where they can fill up their gas tank with no ease, with no problem. And it also helps when it comes to energy costs, when it comes to electricity and shit at home. But I guess I'm speaking a foreign language to a lot of other economists, because other economists, they say, well, inflation is good for the economy. You should hope for more inflation. You saw how Biden cussed out the reporter and called him a stupid son of a bitch, said more inflation. That was yesterday where he said that. So that just shows you that more inflation. Motherfucker called the reporter a stupid son of a bitch and literally said more inflation.
Yo.
So, yeah.
And Biden from my state. The dumb motherfucker can't even read a fucking teleprompter. And on top of that, they would not have canceled the Keystone pipeline. We would be at much lower prices now. They canceled that shit, though. That's on they fucking ass.
Well, we would be 250. Well, California would be ranging around 330. Middle America would be ranging around 150, 180. Texas would be in the range of 220, 240. North Carolina would be in a range of 250, 240. 350 for $4 a gallon, man. People can't have that. People can't have that. And especially if there's shortages, because we have cybersecurity attack that happened, and that created like $6 a gallon in oil because of a massive shortage.
Right,
in
exactly.
That time period. So that leaves America so vulnerable when it comes to oil, because I told everybody to invest in NRG Energy when that situation in Texas, when that snow blizzard happened. People made money. ExxonMobil was like the stock of the year, so I just preached everybody to death, where they start getting tired of hearing ExxonMobil all last year, and they made a dividend and got gains and increases, so they can be able to take that anywhere, because that's a blue chip.
And on real deal, I want to ask you something. Think it's too late for me to invest now, because it seems like they're passing all these laws. As soon as you cash out, they're gonna try to lock you up. They're making all these laws to make sure you can't cash.
Nah, man, I'm not gonna tell nobody to be discouraged. I'm gonna tell somebody to just have your bookkeeping all on file. That's it. That's the only thing you would really have to do.
And it's crazy too. If you go ahead and take it right out the damn bank, they want to take your money on that 4th Fifth Street. So I will be in a shootout if they try to take funds.
But when it comes to that, man, people should just focus on looking at lithium, copper stocks, technology-based stocks. Make sure your crypto plays is strong. Look at real estate, your market and your real estate. Get in contact with a good agent. But how to financially profit off of the crash, once again, is focusing on inverses. Focusing on inverses, man. Don't get discouraged by these laws.
I'm not getting discouraged. What I'm saying is, too, now they all of a sudden want to care about us and want to push the reset button because we're scared that you're going to not be able to spend. No, they don't want us touching $1,000. They still want us to be damn slaves on the damn plantation. So I got to say to them, I'm going to say live in your program, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yo. Oh man, Vaughn, if you want to come up on the panel, feel free to come up on the panel again. Yes, Marathon is very good. Yes, I know
I'm
it.
still gonna keep on doing what I gotta do, and I gotta if it got it, hey, gotta go down. That's all.
Nah, man, it doesn't come across that. For one thing, you should understand this. We still are run by very, very rich, powerful people. They're not gonna let that scenario of that happening, of it crumbling like that. These people have trillions of dollars invested in markets of stocks, cryptos, real estate, bonds, gold, silver, commodities. They're not gonna let shit crumble because of this old, decrepit, old Brandon. They're not gonna let Brandon. Come on, man, Brandon.
Yeah.
Nah.
But they know what they're mad at too. They're mad at that we got in. How the fuck these apes and these niggas get in?
Well, actually, I'm not gonna say race based because they actually want everybody to get involved in, because the more adaptation happens, everything. To be honest, they don't want the average person, let alone
That's what
put
I'm
race
talking
out of
about.
it,
Yeah.
but like belong, like trash race. Put that in the trash. They don't want the average citizen to know, so they can get certain regulations set up, so they can get certain positioning set up, so it's not expensive for the elites to get involved in, at least the financial banking elite, like the Ray Dalios of the world, or the Michael Bloombergs of the world, the J.P. Morgan CEO, Jamie Dimon of the world, Warren Buffett. His companies that are subsidiaries are invested in crypto. So even they tell you now, Mark Cuban, he blatantly told people that lie of, oh, don't get involved in crypto. You're supposed to be on the situations of finding it out and weighing your options, while he invested in $200 million. The Winklevoss twins, they are worth $12 billion each. And they tell people all the time to get involved in crypto. So those are billionaires that wants more people to get involved because it helps their bottom line. Frankly, it helps everybody's bottom line, man. People should be more and more thankful that we do have certain billionaires that tell you to get involved in the technology, get involved in AI, get involved in certain type of measurements of technology, because you're integrated when it comes to blockchain.
But now they want these blockchain companies to report something every single day. They want to know every single move that we're doing right now as we speak. So they're making these laws. And know what's funny too? They got rid of certain cryptos on Coinbase too. XRP. You can't even touch anything that's related to XRP on Coinbase right now. I already know that other blockchains I can go to do. I'm not going to talk about it on here to get around it. But on the main ones, you can't even go on there no more and even get XRP experience break. All the good ones and get ones, they already brought it out and they trying to lock us out of it.
You know what? Stop focusing on what they are trying to do and focus on what you're going to do. Focus on what you're going to do. Don't have that type of mindset, man. You're supposed to focusing on your strategy. Like my man Kuma right here, he's proactive. He's saying, do you think it's worth learning how to create these coins? Yes. It's always worth it, man. Focusing on getting things integrated off of your technology know-how, building your understanding of how to be able to create the blocks of your own coins, staking, mining, because staking is literally how people can profit off their holdings. Yes, folks, it's well worth it. It's well worth it.
And the mining part is what I like too. You know what I mean? I definitely like to get more involved in that. I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing. They're not gonna stop me for nothing. You know what I mean? That's all. If I got to be aggressive and need no bound about it, I will.
Because the more people are involved in AI and cybersecurity, the more they can protect these exchanges from these hacks. So yes, that would be one element of people discovering, okay, so I can be able to focus on your path and pattern of limiting cyber errors, cyber attacks and errors, because you can't prevent it. Because the hackers is always one step ahead.
Well, what about these people who made money off of some of this stuff and they got popped for when they made over $90,000? See how creepy these cats are, and they made it evenly. They, like you said, they don't want the average Joe to have anything. We're supposed to be dumb and dumbfounded in this market, and we already surpassed all that and got in, and they was not expecting this.
Well, it's supposed to be hogs in the wheel. It's supposed to be them ahead of you, but the people are ahead of them, and it's them trying to be able to do catch up.
That's what I see what that is. It's like I will say on one program, it's like them putting a life raft over and trying to stop the 2012 flood from happening. That's how they feeling about it.
But it's very easy to be able to make money. It's not inevitable. You make it seem like it's a very daunting task. It's not a daunting
task. It's not easy. Because I'm gonna let you know, one of those coins, I put $1. I put $2 on one of those coins. I end up making $30 off of one of them. I end up making $15.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a story about this, man. My man Craig, he put around $900 in Shiba Inu and got 9,300. So when he took the information and advice, he wound up getting 10x. He put his whole check in that thing, and I didn't tell him to put his whole check. I told him to put $400 in, and he wound up doubling what I told him. And within 2 weeks of a big run of Shiba Inu, he got one of the biggest run-ups ever. Biggest run-ups ever.
I love to hear us win, man. I love it.
So Craig is a blue-collar worker. No knock to him. But he is someone that literally took the time, that did the research, found the trend, got involved in these Discord chats, Twitter, Reddit chats, and find out and messaged people that had their own private Discords of 1,000 people that are planning to put X amount of dollars in, thousands upon thousands of dollars in these certain crypto coins.
Right.
So that is the key. You need to get more networked within these Discord chats. Use your hashtags on Twitter correctly.
Right.
Use your hashtags on Twitter correctly.
What's funny too? I think I'm gonna do more of these type of things on my tech channel, and besides just the phones and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's another channel, another way of that's not making money, but it seems like I'm being pushed to go this way. You know what I mean? To talk about it on my tech channel more, because it is all part of technology.
So when it comes to that point, focus on your hashtags, meaning that if you see something on Twitter that you're looking at, ADA, you're supposed to springboard on another hashtag that you're looking at, because you got to use Twitter, because you got to find all these Discord chats, man.
I had to find a lot of them on Twitter because I haven't been using Twitter like that. Or I basically just YouTube, you know what I mean, Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I use Reddit that much. So I'm really like getting into this thing in another way. I'm not used to doing stuff like that. There's so much going on with this money stuff. I don't even have time to even listen to music anymore.
So yes, you do have to look at more Discord to look at those trends. Yes, you got to focus on who is who got the biggest following, and how many people are there following that actually put up $10,000, $20,000. That's how I knew all of these medical penny stocks, man.
Right.
Twitter is your friend, man. Twitter is your friend. When it comes to trading and investing, Reddit is secondary for me. Twitter is number one. Just use your hashtag.
So what I'm going to do, since this is all going to play, I had it just for regular way and all that, and let me see, in a worldly way. So I'm about to clean a lot of my Twitter up. That's what I'm gonna have to do. That's going to take a month. Once I clean that up, then I can really look into the stuff and just make sure I can use it just for strictly that and for tech.
and utilize trading signals, man. A lot of people need to invest in more trading signals, man. More buy and sell alerts, not to focus and rely on them all the time, but at least to do some research on this, man, because you got to be very decisive when it comes to the breakouts on any daily chart that you use, because it's based on robust volume and momentum of that stock or crypto. So that means that you use the mantra of a chart setup that's within the range of 5 to 10 minutes. Use your MACD trading signal. Well, your technical analysis setup. Sorry, pardon me. So use the MACD.
And
5 to 10 minutes.
system?
Huh?
What computer system do you think is more friendly with crypto? Apple or Android? OS or Android?
I think people need them big supercomputers, man.
Or they need them gaming systems and all that. That's what you're talking about.
Hell yeah, man. You're burning a lot of energy, man. If you're gonna do it on your laptop, then you're burning a lot of energy.
Right, exactly. So yeah, basically supercomputers, laptop, desktops, all that. You know what I mean? And I'm advise people too. If you're gonna do this, get yourself a Note phone, any type of Note phone, Note 9, Note 10, Note 20. They got the Note 22 coming out next month. The S22, which is going to be a Note Ultra, is going to be a Note phone coming out. Get those type of phones and make sure you get one with 512 or 1 TB in it, and make sure if you want really one with the SD card, people, make sure you get a Note 20 Ultra 512 and get a 1 TB SD card if you're going to do this. You're going to need as much space as much as possible because those phones, Note 20 Ultras, are excellent for that. You know what I mean? And you have the dual camera if you want to use that too.
Crypto gaming is very profitable. It's gonna be. I told you guys last week when I streamed that it's gonna be profitable for the Super Bowl. When the Super Bowl hits, that's where the gaming and the betting comes in. Yes. So we do this seasonally. So you do that seasonally, just how you invest in certain things for the winter or the summer. So you do this every Super Bowl when it comes to the crypto gaming, the crypto stocks. I told you guys DraftKings. Damn it. Y'all guys invested in DraftKings very early. I told y'all that pre-football season.
So I'm about to start making some sacrifices to get this done. Yeah. Some things I'm about to cut out and stuff. And I'm going to take a loss on some funds and some money to get this done and the things that we talk about, but it's worth.
Let me put Biden's executive order of crypto in the chat. So let me do this. Biden crypto.
All of a sudden, they all caring about that now. They didn't give a damn about us in 2008 when I was under the Bush administration. I was in courier work. I lost every damn thing being an independent contractor. I had to deal with the
Okay, so here is one link from CoinDesk, and the second link is going to be from Bloomberg. So I want everybody in this chat to know about this executive order so they can stay on top of things. So Biden.
they're trying to wring her neck. Damn, wow.
Executive order. Well, Trump's Trump stock actually blew up very big. So that DWAC blew up very big for everybody that invested in it. So the Let's Go Brandon coin, yeah, it should be a thing.
I'm interested in the Trump stock. I know that will make some money. I know
it's too expensive now. It's too expensive now, man. People should have got involved when it was like $15 to $20. Now I think it's peaked in the hundreds. Let me check. DWAC. So that is one link. Let me put the Bloomberg report so everybody know my source when it comes to this, so everybody know it's not just me talking.
Right.
Okay.
Basically, you could just make your plays and moves, real deal, and just lay back and sit at home while you make your moves and be on here, tell people about it, make your phone calls, and money constantly comes in every hour, every 30 minutes. You know what I mean? How you enjoy that where the bell on your phone keeps ringing for more money coming into the account?
Okay, so DWAC Digital World Acquisitions peaked at 100. It was like at $9 in October 15th, 2021. Shit blew up to $94. And ever since then, it's been consolidating. So it's been stagnant. So it's been trading sideways, and it had a big run up in January 19th. No, January 18th, pardon me. So that's DWAC. So it outperforms other stocks in the sector. So I give you guys the link on that. So that means that oh boy made a lot of money off of that investment. Okay, so let me put that in.
I wanted to ask a question. How does it feel to have your bank account ring when you get when the money all comes in at one time or at different times at the hour on?
Feels good.
Mm. See, that's what I'm talking about. Where you could just chill out and everything just comes in and you just give out information. You don't have to go to a warehouse, bust your ass, or do nothing.
So it outperforms the other SPOCs. So a SPOC is just a special acquisitions corp. So only thing its job to do is just to invest in other big companies in that specific sector.
But
Y'all think this executive order will lead to a huge increase in DEX now? Let me DEX. Oh, you're talking about the crypto arbitrage. Yes, it can work. So let me put that link in the chat for the people who say, well, what is DEX? Here's a video. Here's a short video.
talking about Samsung Dex.
No. He's talking about crypto arbitrage. So
Oh, crap.
arbitraging business is going to be a thing. It's a real thing. So let me decentralize exchanges. Well, you can try to decentralize it, but you got smart hackers, man. Salute to you, Hybrid. I see you in the chat. Please like the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please click on the links that I send you. So these are links to be able to inform everybody that's in the chat. This is for everybody to be able to get smarter and be ahead of the curve. So the executive orders, link in the chat. Yeah, Black Curls. I try to tell everybody to get these wallets, man, to get the cold storage. Everybody is so used to the TD Ameritrade type of model.
Do me a favor. Send that to my phone, the cold storage. Send that to my phone. But everything that you tell me, I'll put everything that has to do with blockchain and all that in my business phone. I do not put that in my personal phone.
Okay. So Nano S Ledger, the wallet tutorial. So I'm gonna send you guys that. Send you guys that video of a tutorial and a beginner's guide as well. So everybody knows when the crypto exchanges go belly up, you still got your cryptos. So you got
Yeah,
your money.
my man, I wouldn't send it on here. I would send it to everybody individual email.
No, man, everybody gotta click on the link, man. This ain't private stuff. Nothing what I'm doing is not illegal. This is a situation scenario of your crypto exchanges don't rip you off. That's
Right.
public information that everybody need to know.
Yeah.
Get that nano ledger. See, even my man, Black can be able to prove. So
Let's see what he says right there. Let's see what he said.
Decent hard wallet.
Hard wallet, and you got Nano Ledger. Okay.
Nano S Ledger. That is a good, useful utility wallet for everybody to get involved in if you're going to invest in these cryptos, man. So that is the tutorial I'm going to send right now.
So what?
That video is 8 minutes. The next video that I'm going to send you guys is going to be around 20 minutes.
Here's the deal. I got Coinbase. I've been using it, but Coinbase got government regulations on it, and on top of that, they took away some of the good stuff on it. They just got average coins that probably make them. They got Solana on it and stuff like that. They got Cebu on it, but the ones that are actually making the money and stuff like that, like the XPR, they got rid of it on it. It's not
so you transfer your funds that if somebody does, say if they bought something from Coinbase, they would transfer those coins to the Nano S. So this is the full tutorial. So this is for everybody. Click on the link. I don't even care if people click on the link and my views go down. I want everybody to do the research on all of these. All these needs to be done in a timely manner when it comes to doing the crypto, because your crypto might get snatched up. You never know. If they do a big $4 billion bust, what you gonna do? What's gonna happen?
And I was curious too. What about Santana, Samantha? The other one called Samantha, Santana. Know what I'm talking about?
You would have to give me a reference on that because you just threw that.
Yeah. The one Willie D be talking about.
Man, I don't be following Willie D. How YouTube? Why is Black YouTube so restricted? Where people, I don't know, but nah.
I'm gonna send this to you. Let me go ahead.
So I don't know.
Not that I'm talking about Samantha coin.
But the link in the chat is something, man. This channel is about sources, man. If you're gonna throw up a name like that, you got to give out a source.
I have to do it for my other man.
And that's no knock into you. And their support for other platforms are not good when it comes from withdrawals. So you got your Nano Ledger X. So I could put that in the chat for everybody as well. So the Nano Ledger X, Nano Ledger S, Decent Wallet,
Working on that right now.
Yo, you're Borgin.
I'm not paying attention to the other stuff. I don't care about that. I'm sure not to care about a lot of stuff on this internet.
Yo, you're Borgin, man.
Can you hear me?
Now I
Can
can.
you hear me?
Now I can.
Because,
So I
but
put the link
I
of
had to sit down somewhere else.
I put the
I'm
link
talking
of
about this
Nano.
coin. I'm talking about this right here. This link that I just put in.
Okay. Okay. I put the link of Ledger Nano X. Okay, gotcha. I put that link down in the chat.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's the one I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of financial talk. Look, we're in it to win, my man. We're in it to win.
well, I'm just giving people the useful type of talk that people need. 'Cause a lot of people don't even have these type of how can I say these type of conversational
Discuss.
builds.
They don't have any discussions at all. Everybody worrying about drama and bullshit on.
Like I said, man,
And the
if you're
more
not
I
making
talk
money
to you,
on
the
it,
more,
if you're not making money on it, you're not winning. Like I said, if you're not making money on it, then it doesn't make sense. You're not winning on it.
talk about getting rid of a lot of channels that I have on here that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Uh, uh, sounds like Satima from the One Punch Man. Damn, that is funny. Yo, Black, book a consultation, man. When it comes to situations of credit funding and also a lot of these plays, I can get you informed of a lot of these scenarios early. Kuma, I can get you informed as well. Book a consultation as well. My email is in the chat. Book those
Right now,
consultations, fellas. You got to book those consultations because if you want this shit early and you want funding for you to invest in the 12, 15 type of different crypto plays where you got 1,000 on each one, you may set aside to use probably 200 here, 200 there. You got enough budget to be able to get you enough crypto plays where when the shit has a big run up, you'll have 20x on your investment. So that's just off of you getting the funding every 3 months. So that's just off of one funding of $50,000. Black Curls, what can you do with $50,000 in the chat? Come up on the panel or put that in the chat. What can you do with $50,000? What can you do with $50,000 in funding? You and Kuma and anybody that's listening, what can you do with $50,000 in funding? Yes, yes, I saw that too. Yeah, it's on the ETH blockchain. Yes, so it's Ethereum based. Ethereum is still useful, man. People shouldn't sneeze over Ethereum. But my question to the chat is, what would you guys do with $50,000 in funding? Gas fees are always cheaper, man. Gas fees. So gas. I'm gonna put that in the link in the chat. So gas, crypto, coin. I'm gonna put that link in the chat so everybody know what I'm referring to.
I'm saving all these videos what I'm doing right now.
All right, no problem. No problem.
This is very important information. Okay, white boy. Okay. Right. Got that down. Got coin test. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead and save this right here.
Invest, make an LLC. Make an LLC that's a C corporation or create a trust. That would be a very good strategy. A private holding company and have your cryptos owned by that holding company. put it into crypto that gets a good APY. Well, staking, a lot of the staking, you can do that right now. So compound.
That that dumbass executive order that got.
Because Black, I'm helping everybody in this channel to get funding. So last year, I told everybody to get their credit repaired, get all that hard shit scrubbed off their credit. Now the ones that dealt with me last year, we're focusing on that funding round. So that means me, Mark, Jerry, Brian, and all my team, Michelle, we are all working on the situation of getting all that funding for every single one. So everybody's going to get good customer service. They're going to get follow-ups. They're going to get listing reports of their credit report. They're going to get trade lines on their social security card where they can be able to get $20,000 in trade lines, authorized users, and people are going to need to invest that money into an investment. And you can get it every 3 months based off of you paying down your debt. Your utilization is low. So that means if you get 50,000, if you use 15, break that up into like 5 in crypto, 10 in e-commerce business. Let your e-commerce business of high ticket products pay down all of the things that you spent. Next 3 months, you can go get more credit cards or get more personal lines of credit to invest in even more crypto. Then you can go double. You can 30,000 on the cryptos and do what you need to do. Kuma. So buy some strong nodes. That's always smart. That generates 20,000. What generates an income? 20,000 in REITs, 15,000 in savings. So I short REITs. So Kuma, you know that I am the inverse man. So while you buy 20,000 in REITs, and when REITs get crushed, your 20,000 goes to $8,000. While if I had $20,000, it would go 65,000 on 3x inverse leverage ETFs. I know that's a mouthful, but that's the whole complete strategy on betting against the market. So it depends on what REIT that you're investing in. I don't invest in REITs. I bet against them because interest rates is going up, loans is getting restricted. Plus, a lot of people are getting hurt by rent moratoriums and not picking up their rents. People are still hurting from the 2020 COVID shutdowns. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But compound can get you a good interest rate. So that's compound crypto.
Gas, I'm looking at one. That one's pretty good right there. The gas.
So compound can give you a good interest rate. Well, a good a, a good APY, a good yield, as I say, a good yield. It should be a good yield to beat out high interest rates. So high yielding investments. If interest rates going to go up, your savings that it's always have a good, nice, steady savings. Man, you should put that in 30,000 in savings and readjust that money. You should realign your plan a little bit. But give me one moment. I got to get my charger. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Give me one moment.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm getting my charger real quick. Let me mute up really quick.
I got all them saved on my home screen. Cool.
Okay. So yes, if it has to be a crypto heavy type of investment play, then yes, it'll be all those. Because you're gonna get very favorable rates with compound. But yeah, Kuma, you got my email. So creditbuilder475 at gmail.com. And I'm serious, man. People need to check their emails more. Because I be giving people very useful information and very timely responses where we try to get funding before March. Because the credit repair can be done within 30 days. I can fix your credit within 30 days. That's no problem. But the funding would be the next round. Because me scrubbing off a lot of shit off your credit, adding authorized user trade lines, and also you focus on more credit union building partially, it would be DCU credit union, get you more funding, and pin fed. So that's the Kuma. That's to anybody that's listening. That's pretty much everybody's guideline. Focus on getting that shit scrubbed within 30 days, adding those trade lines, and getting those credit unions on your side.
Exactly. I'm looking at all this too. It's a lot of reading I'm gonna have to do. Like I said, the job situation and the independent contractor situation that I have right now, all that some of that's going to be sacrificed to change. But I'm gonna make sure everything's done next month. Cause March comes in, they're gonna really start cracking heads.
Yeah, man. So, people should always focus on invest with invest with purpose, man. Invest like your job is on the line. 'Cause I notice people tend to be motivated to learn something very quick and fluid based off of some type of imminent pressure.
Cause this is not really a time to relax. We're at war. So I mean, we pretty much gotta. Even if I gotta do a 9 to 5 for 2 to 3 days or something just to get this right, I'm going to go back to that just for temporary.
When it comes to that, man, your job, anybody's job at this point is at risk based of medical purposes. That is no fault to them. That is no fault to them.
Right.
I don't blame people uh, for choosing what's best for them. I don't nah, man. Because that's some bullying ass shit, and that's fucked up. How Brandon is gonna try to debo everybody into submission, but can't
Yup.
debo Russia. But he punking out when it comes to Russia. He punking out when it comes to scenarios of the Taliban.
He punked out
And
of the Taliban. Them dudes were dancing on the damn video on Drake. I was cracking up.
while people are losing their jobs because they don't want to comply with their little stupid little game that they want to do, that's fucked up. It's
But
fucked up.
Supreme Court was against that. They're
Yeah,
starting
but
to
the
look
problem,
on
the
that
problem,
now.
the problem is when you got somebody that's trying to subvert the Constitution like that, it always makes it tough. It always makes it tough. It always creates this type of situation where even if Supreme Court says no, a lot of companies like Southwest Airlines, when they was talking that shit, they had to double back on what they said because they said, well, Brandon told us to do it. Even they realize that that has a bad look and
Right.
image. You're
Yo,
restricting income. What are you doing? Just because if they're not jabbed up, what are you doing? You're restricting income. I get it. The person needed test negative. Okay, no problem. But if you're
In
gonna
other
say
words,
the person needed to be jabbed up and boosted up, a lot of
so in
people
other words, they pretty
are
much take it
choosing.
out on the people.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't even is choosing to do none of the above. And the people that are doing none of the above, it should be their right. I get it. They want to do promote um, vaccine confidence, but geez, mandates. That's not the way how to go. That's not the way how to go. That
And
is not the way how to go.
look what they're doing to Australia. Back on the people and getting out of control, taking people's rights, trying to kill people over there who don't mask up or take the vaccination.
Matter of fact, let me show a link to you guys of the vaccine. Right. This was like 2 months ago in Melbourne, Australia.
I'm gonna get off here real deal because I'm gonna go to sleep. Now I'm getting more and more information. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go in the hustle. I'm gonna have to go in the hustle and aggressive. And
Yeah, man. Well, always stay aggressive when it comes to your hustle, man. You always need to focus on who do you have to make the next connection, who do you have to be able to do partnerships with. But set aside some money, be able to get your credit fixed, be able to do what you need to do, Key.
all right,
Thanks
I'm
for
out.
coming up on the panel. All right. Okay. Okay, so if anybody wants to come up on a panel, open link. If anybody have any questions, feel free to ask them on the spot. Okay. Please like the video. Please feel free to share and also subscribe if you haven't already. So what I'm going to tell everybody is focus on 2 credit unions that you want to do business with. Because I gave you guys like 30 credit unions. To focus on getting that partnership and that business relationship as soon as possible. So credit unions, they're not very crypto friendly. I don't expect them to be, but they are very friendly when it comes to lending. So they're more lender friendly when it comes to Chase. And that's by a landslide. They will take care of you with the situations of the $10,000 credit card, $20,000 personal line of credit, or you can be able to do a maximum of 10,000 on your personal credit cards, 10,000 on your business, 10,000 on your personal line of credit. Yeah, Vaughn, that's because they don't report that in America. They've been having riots because their mandates is so gridlocked. In the UK, they're lifting their mandates. So the UK is lifting mandates while Australia is cracking down harder. Man. And that's because lockdowns hurts the economy globally, man. If you're locked down, that just creates even more imbalances, man. That's not the way how to do things. Lend, then buy a stable coin that gives a APY. Sounds like a good deal. Yes, yes. Okay, so yes, so lend, then buy a good stable coin that gives a good APY. Yep, you can get the lending that way. You can utilize your business credit and that'll shield your personal. You get a good investment. You can be able to stretch that many ways. And don't let it where it has a bull run. Shit, you can pay that 7 times over. But yep, UK lifts its mandate, so they understand that you're fucking up the money, you're fucking up the world's money, you're fucking up the church's money, you're fucking up the Queen's money. You're fucking up the Queen's money. So even they understand that you can't be doing that dumbass gridlocking. Cracking down on people is not the way to go, man. But yep. But even they understand that you can't be doing this stupid ass shit. It's ridiculous, man. Motherfuckers act like spineless pigs. Act like spineless pigs that want to get slaughtered or something, man. No type of pushback. I told you guys about HALB, and that was the vaccine pill. And that was before they was talking about a booster. So I got you guys in a good time and positioning as well on that one as well. So that was Halberg Group. So that's HALB. It blew up 92% last week. I told people to get invested in that like about to be 2 years. So I told you guys about Halberg Group about to be 2 years. So that is HALB. Not necessarily too late. It has its run-ups. Don't get me wrong, it has its run-ups, but it ran up. So let me give you guys a link to that one as well. But HALB. Because it's up 2% today. But no, it's not too late. No, it's not too late. So let me put the link in the chat. And also go to StockTwits. StockTwits is also very good as well. Get your stock news and stock chat boards and stuff like that. Here's the source when it comes to HALB. So no, it's not too late. use that dollar sign. Okay. So anything that's in biotech is pretty much going to win. Anything that's in healthcare is going to win. So the ticketer CARE. So that's dollar sign CARC. CARE. Pardon me. Pardon me. My apologies. So that is a good winner for you guys. So anything that's in the healthcare niche, you're gonna start winning very, very, very soon. Because anything that's involving when it comes to COVID, they're gonna get all the funding necessary up front. All the funding they'll be able to get. So I'll send you guys the links to there so you can be able to easily. No problem. No problem, man. So Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson and Johnson, and also get American Express. American Express is actually on a very strong bull run. Very strong bull run, Kuma. Open panel to y'all, man. It's an open panel. Anybody that wants to come up. Okay, so I'm at 3 hours now. Okay. Open panel, man. The funding could be international. So Mark is a loan broker, so he does deals from here to I would say the United Emirates. So he can do funding when it comes to a C corporation. So he would tell you to create a C corporation, easy to do. Have your entity already laid out where you have everything sorted out. He can get you funding every 3 months on that corporation. You would focus on crypto investments, focus on real estate to get more funding. So your real estate would be collateralized with that C corporation. So yes. So it can be funding, it can be cryptos, it can be stocks, whatever. People that book a consultation with me, if they need situations of lending, situations of credit repair, crypto plays. It can be done internationally. So yes, Kuma, we can get you funding internationally. Come up on the panel, man. If you can click on the link, if it's not um, an inconvenient time, but yes, you can come up on the panel and ask any type of necessary questions that you need. So international funding, focus on real estate investments in your area. So that'll be commercial hotels, commercial apartment buildings, commercial strip malls, even if it's green energy. If it's green energy, he gets you funding where you get subsidies, plus you can be able to get certain type of government contracts based off of the subsidy credits that are globally known. So if you're in the UK, they can do that as well. In Canada, they can do that as well. If your scenario of you're in South Africa, you could be able to do that as well. Nigeria. So there's corporate entities all over the place that gets funding. But majority of the funding is going to have to be resourced to commercial real estate. So you got to step your game up, Kuma. But this is an open panel for anybody that's coming in. Feel free to join the link. Click on the link. Click on the link. Please get the likes up. Please. It helps the algorithm. It helps everybody else to see the video along with you. With international people, they would have to make sure that they build a good, solid international corp. But people that get what it would be called TIT, the ITNs, they get funding all the time. Actually, people that are internationally get more funding. Actually, there's more set asides for people outside of the country than inside of the country. That's an advantage. Don't let any of my international listeners, don't let that discourage you. Actually, there's more funding for y'all, to be honest. If we got to keep it really blunt, there's more funding and set asides for you as well. So most of the grant programs, people need to get their SAM's number and the business credit, their DUNS number. That's always priority. Oh, it should be a priority for everybody. No problem, Kuma. No issue. No issues. Okay. So I'm gonna wind this bad boy down. I appreciate everybody that came through, that actually showed love and support. I appreciate everybody that asked questions, and for all the people that are tuning in, thank you. People that are watching replay, I definitely thank you for taking the time to listen to the whole type of the show. Pardon the slowness. You're supposed to learn not to be entertained here. So when it comes to this, man, I have all the links in the chat. So that's the inverse ETFs. That is the credit repair information, and also situations of real estate was mentioned in this video. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. Kuma, respect to you. Vaughn, thank you for coming up. Vaughn, Keystone, Sheed. Appreciate everybody that shows me support every time that I go live. Because, God damn it, you don't have to show any support, but you guys do. I thank you and I appreciate you. I'm Real Deal Financial, and I'm out.